As-salaam wa-alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Year 6 of the 17 Verses podcast. I'm your host, Maher Haq. In this podcast, we take a small selection from the Quran every day and recite it to you in plain English, so you can get a small slice of God's Word while you go about your day. By averaging 17 verses per day, we're able to break the Quran down into manageable pieces and finish it in 1 year. If you enjoy the podcast, please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher or wherever you get your podcasts, and write us a review. Show notes and a text episode can be found at 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Today's selection is from Surah 29, Ankabüt, or the Spider, verses 31 through 44. These verses tell of how the people of Prophet Lot and the nations of the Thamüd and Madyan, as well as the Pharaoh of Egypt and his people, rejected the messengers of God and were destroyed as a result. Also told is the parable of those who take protectors other than Allah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. When our messengers or angels came to Abraham with the good news of the birth of a son in his old age, they said, "We are to destroy the people of that township, for its people are indeed wrongdoers." Abraham said, "But Lot is in there." The angels replied, "We know who is in there. We shall certainly save him and his family, except his wife, who will remain behind." And when the angels came to Lot, he became sad and anxious on their account, for he felt powerless to protect them. But they said, "Do not grieve or fear. We are the angels assigned for their torment. We shall save you and your family except your wife. She will be of those who will remain behind. We are going to bring down a scourge from heaven upon the people of this town on account of their transgressions. Surely we have left a clear sign from it for people who care to understand." To the people of Madyan, we sent their brother Shu'aib, who said, "O my people, worship Allah and look forward to the last day, and do not transgress in the land wickedly." But they denied him. So a severe earthquake seized them, and by the morning they were lifeless bodies in their own homes. Likewise we destroyed the people of Ad and the Thamüd. You have seen the traces of their buildings. Shaitan had made their foul deeds fair-seeming to them, and diverted them from the right way, though they were intelligent people. Moses came to Qarun, Pharaoh, and Haman with clear signs, but they remained arrogant in the land, yet they could not go ahead of us. We seized all of them for their sinfulness. Against some we sent a violent tornado full of stones. Some were seized by a mighty blast. Some were swallowed up by the earth. And some we drowned. It was not Allah who was unjust to them, but they were unjust to their own souls. The parable of those who take protectors other than Allah is that of a spider who builds for itself a dwelling, and surely the weakest of all dwellings is the dwelling of a spider, if they only knew. Surely Allah knows whatever they invoke besides Him. He is the Almighty, the Wise. These are the parables that we cite for mankind, but none will grasp them except the wise. Allah has created the heavens and the earth to manifest the truth. Surely in this there is a sign for the believers. Ameen. This concludes today's episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope that this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17verses.com. Thank you, and be well.